Okay, let's get started with page 2 of our notes. So we're going to do problem number 2. So we want to first get started over here. Before you graph an equation, it's important to put that equation into y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so if you'll just write yourself a note on the top, you want to make sure you're in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, that is slope-intercept form. So I'm going to start off with this first equation. I'm going to start out with 2x minus y equals 1. And I want to put that in y equals mx plus b form. So basically, I'm solving for y. So in order to get y by itself, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, so I'll have negative y equals negative 2x plus 1. Okay, and now to get y, I need to divide by negative 1. So I'll divide all three pieces by negative 1. So I'm left with y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, so in this case, so I'm going to write up here my slope is 2 and my y-intercept is negative 1. Okay, so if I go over to the graph, let's go ahead and graph this one first. So my slope, my y-intercept is, we said our y-intercept was negative 1. So right here, our y-intercept is negative 1. And then our slope is a positive 2. So that's 2 over 1. So I'll go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I can also go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Okay, so if I can draw this carefully, this is, I'm not the greatest drawer, but that's basically my line graphed out. Okay, so now that was the 2x minus y equals 1 line. Okay, so now let's go take a look at this next line. Okay, I've got 4x minus 2y equals 2. And again, I need to put that into y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides, minus 4x. I'm left with negative 2y equals negative 4x plus 2. Solving for y, I divide by negative 2, all three pieces. I'm left with y equals 4 divided by negative 2 is 2x. 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. So over here, my slope is 2, and my y-intercept is negative 1. Okay, so let's go over here to our graph. Okay, let's draw, oops. Okay, so back to our y-intercept is negative 1. Okay, and our slope is, I did the wrong one. Get the right color. Okay, green. My y-intercept is negative 1, and then my slope is 2 over 1, 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Okay, what do y'all guys notice? Okay, aren't I graphing the same line? Okay, so if I drew that, that's basically the same line. Okay, so if you go back and look at our notes from the previous page, when you have two lines or two equations that make up the same line, okay, you take a look at this, every single point, these guys, these two lines are on top of each other, so this is infinitely many solutions. Every single point on this line, can we get this going right? Every single point on this line is a solution to those equations, okay? So right here, I'm going to write infinitely many solutions. Okay, that's solutions, okay? Basically, it's the same line, okay? And you could have recognized that earlier when we did our when we looked at our slope and our y-intercept. If you take a look right here, okay, slope and y-intercept, 2, -1. Slope and y-intercept, 2, -1. That's basically the same line. Okay, so again, when you graph two lines and it's the same exact line, your solutions are infinitely many. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 3. We need to do the same thing, graph the two lines. Again, before you graph your lines, you need to make, whoa, sorry about that, whoa. Okay, you need to make sure you are in y = mx + b form. So this first one we're going to do 4x minus y. I've got room over here, so I'm just going to say minus, where'd I go? Sorry. I'm going to say minus 4x minus 4x. So I'm left with negative y equals negative 4x plus 3. I need to solve for y, so if I divide every piece by -1, I'm left with y equals 4x minus 3. Okay, so over here I'm going to put my slope is 4 and my y-intercept is -3. Okay, so I can go and graph that line. My y-intercept is -3 and my slope is 4. Okay, so graphing that line, my y-intercept is what I start with. That is 1 to -3. And then my slope is 4, which is 4 over 1. So if I go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. I can also go down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Okay, and I'm not that great at drawing, but lines that don't have a straight edge. So basically, this is my line. Okay, that was my first line. So now let's go ahead and do the second equation. I'm going to do this one in green. Okay, so I'm starting out with 2x plus y equals 9. So minus 2x minus 2x on both sides. I'm left with y equals -2x plus 9. Okay, that means my slope is -2 and my y-intercept is 9. Okay, so go back to my same graph. My y-intercept is -9. I'm sorry, +9, I'm sorry. Let me do this one in green. My y-intercept is +9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right here. And then my slope is -2. So down to over 1. Oops. Why is this not working for me? Okay. So down to over 1, down to over 1, down to over 1. Okay, so this right here, whoa, that is a bad line I just drew. That is my line, not the best line, but basically this point right here is where my two lines intersect. So if I get that coordinate point, that would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my coordinate point, or where those two lines intersect, will be at 2, 5. So I'm going to write that here in red. And again, I want to do an ordered pair. Oh, geez. Okay. It will be 2, 5 is the solution to those equations. Okay. Our next one, going over to number 3. Okay. If you guys remember, we talked about this a while back. It's been a while since I've seen you, so it's been a while since we've talked about this. But if you guys remember, let's see, you guys remember HOI? Okay, HOI means horizontal lines have a 0 slope, and the equations are written y equals to something. Okay, so when I take a look at if I have an equation of a line that's y equals to something, I know that's a horizontal line. Okay, so I've got y equals to 4 and y equals to -5. Okay, so I'm going to start out with y equals to 4, and I'm going to keep this one in blue. Okay, so let's see, y equals to 4 is going to be in blue. So if I get my y equals to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is right here. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Well, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's y equals to 4. And I know it's a horizontal line. So this line right here is going to be y equals to 4. Okay. Now my next line I'm going to graph is y equals to -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do my y-intercept at -5 here. So then a horizontal line that goes through that point would be y equals to -5. Okay, so now these two lines, both are horizontal lines, so they are parallel. Okay, so these lines will go on forever and ever and ever, the same direction. They are parallel lines. Okay, and our notes on the previous page, parallel lines have no solution. Okay, so these lines will go on forever and ever and ever and will never touch. Okay, so that is number 4. Now, number 5 and 6 are a little bit different. They're giving you two equations, and they're asking, is that ordered pair a solution to the equation? Okay, so what we need to do is just write down our equations. Okay, so we've got, let me move this over a little bit. We've got, our first equation is x minus y equals to 6. So now I just plug in my x value is -2, my y value is -4. So I plug those into my equation. If I have -2 minus a -4, does that equal to 6? So this becomes -2 plus 4 equals 6. -2 and a +4 is 2 equals 6. So 2 does not equal 6. So that cannot be a solution to the system, because in order for the ordered pair to be a solution to the system, both x and y must be true when you plug it into both equations. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one just so that you see. But basically, if one does not work, then it doesn't matter if the other one works or not. You have to have both that work. So in this case, we have 2x plus y equals to 0. So 2 times my x value in this case is -2, plus my y is -4 equals to 0. Oops. So if I say -2 times 2 is -4, minus 4 equals to 0, -8 does not equal to 0. So this particular problem, they're asking you, is that ordered pair -2, -4 system, or a solution to the system? And we will say no. Okay, so do the same thing for our next problem. Our next problem is, let's get this over here. Let me bring this over here a little bit. I will do this one in green, just so you have this one in green. So the two equations that we have are that didn't work. Green. Okay, so let's see. So we have 2x minus y equals to 4, and then we have 3x plus y equals to 1. Okay, so they're asking if 1 - 2 is a solution. So if I have 2 times 1 minus -2, does that equal to 4? So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 equals to 4. 4 equals 4. Yep, that one works. Okay, so now we just need to check the other one, make sure that solution works also. So we've got 3 times 1 plus negative 2 equals 1. So 3 times 1 is 3, minus 2 equals 1. 3 minus 2 is 1, equals 1. Yes, that works. Okay, so for the second problem, if we come back over here, they're asking us, is the ordered pair 1, negative 2 a solution to the equation? And because when we plug in the x and y for both of those equations, we get a true statement. So we say yes, that is a solution. Okay, so those are your notes for pages 1 and 2 of this packet, and you've got homework to do. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.